Hey guys, this is Babelila. I'm back with another video. Okay, let's break it down into simple terms. We always say, oh, actions matter more than words. You're all talk, but you're no action. You know what? We are so desensitized hearing these things that I will not use them in this video. It's intent or impact, okay? Give them benefit of the doubt. Let's just assume they have the best of intentions, okay? But the point is, what's the impact? To give you a little bit of an example, okay, there was this girl at our workplace that was like really, I would not question her intentions, but I would question the result of her, what her intentions were causing, okay. So she was like, she was a new hire, and she was like HR. So she was like bringing all these policies and like treating the company as if it was her dad's, okay. So she was like really really serious about her job, which is a good thing, yeah. But the thing was that the things that she was trying to like impose and was like being so adamant about it, the the company culture went so toxic. Like it was so toxic, okay. And the bosses kind of like gave her free way to do whatever. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, the bottom line was that it was getting so toxic. Politics like grew really bad, I would say. Like I could feel the negative effects of it, even though I used to work from home, right? And my team also used to feel the same way. But she was like, I could see her that she had good intentions, but the impact that she was causing was horrible, was literally horrible, and I had never been this demotivated to work in my life. So that is what I'm trying to say. You're like, she wanted the best company culture, she wanted to do this, but she was always like bringing all the weird stuff. Because you know what you have in intention does not really mean that it'll translate into reality. It does not mean like that, okay. So while your intention might be good, and I will not question that, but what are you really doing? What are you exactly doing? What impact is it happening? Like you cannot always be in your head all the time. You have to see what's going on in there, like what's happening. That is something that you really have to see. And at that point, like, even if you might have the best of intentions, does not mean that it'll translate to a good reality. And it's the same thing I see with relationships as well. Just because someone told you that they will give you this and that, like they have the best of intentions and they're a smooth talker, and you might even see it in their eyes that they really love you, but what are they actually doing? Are they showing up to you, like showing up for you when you need them the most? What is that intention how is that intention creating an impact in your life? Is it positive? Is it really something that you want to stick around for? I have started to give people benefit of the doubt. I don't always think people are evil, or they're like they don't know what they're doing. They might know what they're doing, but what are you actually doing, like in terms of impact? If somebody says that they like me but they abuse me, so I will not question their intentions. They might like me, but what is actually happening? I'm getting abused. Am I okay with this? Am I okay with getting abused? Yeah, I would say, you know what, maybe you might really like me, but I really don't like what's going on in here. I have the right to say that, you know. So that's what I'm saying. People would say like they love you, that they want to take care of you. Maybe your best friend would say that she loves your company a lot, but she loves your company, but when you sit down with her, you get drained. So that is the impact of that friendship. And I will not tell you to say, oh, she's toxic, oh, she is that, she is this, okay. Maybe she is toxic, but that's not your headache at the moment. What your headache is, what do I do at this moment? Because this person is draining me, and she says that she's my best friend. Respect her intentions, respect what she's trying to say, but at the same time you gotta see what what that thing has an impact on you, how you're feeling about it. Are you okay with this reality? Are you okay with this? If a person tells you that they love you but they never show up for you, don't question. Like, if you start questioning, do they even love me, that'll throw you off track. Admit it that they love you, but they don't show up for you. Are you okay with someone loving you but not showing up for you? That's the impact. And you're like, no, I don't want this. Then make a decision. Observe and make a decision. That's what I always tell to myself and to other people. Observe what that person is doing Maybe you could point it out like, I can see you are saying this thing, but your intentions might be good, but it is not aligning with the reality, so maybe you're just out of it, or what's going on. But if you remind that person and that person's still doing that thing, then it's not your headache if what that person feels. Your headache is what's happening, what's the impact it's causing in your life, and you have to take that action accordingly. It's just that simple. You don't have to sit down and dissect what that person is thinking, how their thought pattern is, how they were brought up from childhood, or whatever that person went on in their lives. That is not your headache at the moment. You can pray for them, you can be like good with them. You don't have to cuss them out or be rude to them, or do all these stuff, but at the same time you got to prioritize yourself. You're like, do I really want to be in this situation? Do I really, am I okay with this? Like, if you're okay with it, then it's fine. You don't have to do anything. But their intention, just because their intention is good doesn't mean that the impact they will create will be good too. Because you know what, why I'm saying this, because if you sit down and start questioning someone's feelings, you do not see their feelings, you do not see their heart, you do not see how they were brought up or what's going on in their head. You cannot see these things, so all these things are based on assumptions. You don't know, so you're just gonna stay stuck in this loop. You're gonna do mental gymnastics to either rationalize their things. You would do like try to fix them, maybe. Or maybe you would just be like, if I did this, maybe he or she will not do this or that. It's all pointless at the end of the day, because the bottom line is, how is that impacting in your life? Because that is based on the current fact. Yeah, that person might really love you and would give up their life for you, but right now what's happening is that you're getting abused, you're getting slapped left and right. That is the current present reality of it. So now the question is not that if they love you or not. The question right now is, are you okay in a reality where that person loves you but slaps you? Are you okay with this reality? And if it's a yes, then you don't have to change anything. But if it's a no, then you gotta make a decision. You gotta make a decision at this point. Sitting down and trying to dissect abstract things or abstract concepts is gonna throw you off track so bad. It is literally gonna throw you off track so bad, and literally gonna override all the things that are happening right now, like the impact. It's gonna take your sight off of the impact and all to assumptions and what ifs and maybes. It doesn't lead to a solution. It only leads to more assumptions and more overthinking. Since ever since I adopted this mindset, I have become so less prone to tolerating disrespect, because at the end of the day, no matter how much good your intentions are, no matter how much you really like me or love me or had the best of intentions, at the end of the day, how did that impacted me? What did it how did it like unfold in my life? That is my bottom line. Yeah, you might have a terrible past. Okay, you were going through a lot of stuff. Okay, fine, I can understand that. Okay, and at some point I'm like, I can even let go of it. But if it's like impacting negatively in my life, if you're disrespecting me just because something happened in your past, I cannot tolerate that. Don't demonize people, okay? Half the time they don't even know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Seriously, people are really not evil, but they really don't know what they're doing most of the time. So I do not go into this whole mental gymnastics of trying to figure out their whole life and whole their ancestors' life and what they went through and how was their childhood and how was this or how was that. Yeah, fine. I can see things, I can look at things in face value, but what is the bottom line? How is their actions impacting me? That is the thing that I focus on. And this is something that you need to focus on too. Whenever someone is like trying to disrespect you, if you feel double vibes, like that person says one thing but does another, why is this happening? Does that person even love me? Blah blah blah. They might love you, but you gotta see how is that impacting your life, and if there's something that you really want to stay in. Also take this scenario, since we're on this topic, we'll talk about this scenario as well. People love bomb you, and after that, when you're completely in their honey trap, they kind of like disappear. They're not texting you, they're being very nonchalant with you, and they're like just there. They're there, but they're not really there. And now you're questioning whether that person loves me or not, whether that person wants to be with me or not. You know what, at that time, You don't have to do mental gymnastics if they're a narcissist, if they love bomb you, if they did this, if they did that. Just see things as they are. Now that person claims that he loves me but is never there for me. Am I okay with this reality? Am I okay with what's really happening right now? Because really, honey, it's not on you. It's really, if that person was available at the start but is not anymore, it's really not on you, it's on them. They just wanted a shift in the dynamics. Okay. And now it's you that needs to understand or maybe make a decision like, okay, the dynamic has shifted. Before, the dynamic was good and I was really happy, but this current dynamic, do I want to stay in this or should I go? That is the question that you need to ask yourself. Not that, why is that person not loving me, maybe I will do this if so he loves me, maybe if I do that he'll love me or she'll love me. Dynamic has shifted, new reality, new processes, new decision. Maybe you wanted to be with that person but you don't want to be with this person. Just see the current facts and make a decision on it. Just see how is that impacting your life and make a decision on it. Why I say that is because girls and guys waste so much of their time in this crap, trying to like thinking and thinking and thinking and assuming stuff and thinking more is just so toxic for your own mental health and such a time waste. It's not even funny. That person is doing what they want to do and here you are just thinking and thinking and thinking and just making your hairs gray for no reason. And it's not doing you any good. Okay, half the time people are not even, not like half of the time people are not really evil, they just don't know what they're doing. They are really not emotionally regulated, so they don't know the impact of their actions, they don't know what they're talking about most of the time. Don't take people's words so seriously, don't take their promises so seriously. Okay, half the time they don't even know what they're saying. But what you gotta do is save yourself and see. You can't just put yourself in someone's hands. Okay, so you gotta be alert and see what's actually going on in front of me. Okay, you gotta really see how their actions are impacting in your life. That's what matters in your life. They might have the best of intentions, once again I'm telling you, but that really does not mean shit. What matters is what's happening in your life and how is their actions impacting in your life. That's what matters. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something out of this video, and love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. By the way, a quick update, I've launched my Patreon page, so if you want to get to know more about me or my stories, my supernatural stories, what I like and everything basically about me, you can subscribe to my Patreon page, or you can just support me on my Patreon page regardless. My educational content is gonna be on my YouTube, of course. So yeah, thank you for listening. Bye bye.